Hey there, keto folks. It's been a hot minute, but gotta kill some time before we have to take our baddie boy to the VET for removal of appendages that make him horny cows. I think I just made up a phrase, horny cows? Horny toads? Anyway, so I thought I would experiment. KetoGinja put up a video as I'm filming this yesterday. As you're watching it, go look on her channel. Making a cinnamon fat bomb type thing using Keto Bar cinnamon bar, which I absolutely love them as well. But you need 2 for the recipe, and I only had 1. So I thought I would experiment and use this Quest cookies and cream bar, because it's what I had on hand. In the bowl right now, there is 4 ounces, which is 8 tablespoons of butter, 1 8-ounce brick of cream cheese, and I did about a half a cup of sweetener. I didn't have any fancy sweetener. This is just Splenda, but I did sift it 9 hours later type of thing to give it the good consistency. Now I'm going to waz it up and add in the chunks, and I will continue when I have them all balled up so you can see what they look like on the freezer. I'm also going to prep some taco meat and some bacon. I'll probably film that too because, you know, what is my life? Yeah. Well, that whizzed up really easily. There we go. Now there's light on it. I'm not above, you know. Make sure you taste it to be sure it's got the right sweetness. Like she said, some people like more sweet, some people like less sweet. I think I hit the nail on the head here. Num num. I also need to find a better spot to do this at than where I am. Because right now I'm going to have to clean cream cheese off my air fryer and electric kettle. Okay. So at this stage, I got 2 bars wazzed up. As she said, don't do it too much or else it pulverizes. Also, don't continue to use your electric mixer at this point because it will just make everything into a hot mess. So we're going to mix that together and then I'll ball it out. Dance around my kitchen. Okay, so probably because I used Splenda, sucralose, these are wetter than if I'd used some other type of sweetener. So I'm not rolling them into balls, but I am doing a tablespoon and blopping them on here. So I'm blopping my balls, that's what she said, onto this, and then I'm going to put this into the freezer. Okay, folks, I ended up getting 12. They are in 1 tablespoon scoops. They look massive because I'm good at measuring. And then I had kind of 4 sloppy ones left over. Yeah, so I'm going to put these in the freezer, and this is really ingenious, Amanda. This is, like, awesome. You can take any protein, keto bar and do this with it, and it would come out okay. So for all you folks who get the snack crates, and I might be doing that again in the future, although I got to wait probably a couple months because there's always the danger when you live where it's hot, and I know everyone who lives where it's hot can agree with this. Some of these boxes will come in, any bar that has chocolate or MCT oil in it, forget it, So maybe this is a venture to a couple stores to test this out with. Oh, I just had one in my head. I can't think of the name now. Dang bars. I cannot get through a dang bar to save my frackin' life. But I'm wondering, with its tropical one, that would make it interesting. If it would crumble up like this in a whizzer, it would make an interesting fat bomb, and I just might have to try that out. So, to recap, for now, it was 4 ounces, which is 8 tablespoons of room temperature butter. And right now, the room that it was in was like, 84 degrees, so it were ready. 8 ounces room temperature cream cheese, just makes it easier to mix. Thank you, Amanda, for stressing that part. I never do it. I usually end up nuking it, and it never comes out the same. Anywhere from a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup or a 1/4 cup, whatever you like for sweetness. Of sweetener of your choice. I happen to have sucralose, forgive me, on hand right now because, budget, etc. So I used it. So therefore, these came out probably softer than if you used erythritol or anything else. So I could not physically roll them, but they are in 1 tablespoon. In fact, there's my 1 tablespoon scoops. And I'm going to plop them in the freezer. Next on the agenda is making taco meat. Exciting, right? Hey, so here's the taco meat. I know I'm hardly original with this idea, but I got some, cheap old 75% ground beef that I got on sale at Food City, hashtag Arizona, because I know Food City's not the same everywhere. And, you know, I end up draining off a lot of the grease, obviously. And it always seems like such a waste, but, you know, while I love taco grease, it's a bit much. So, when we hit the wally of, okay, yes, we went to the store yesterday, but in all fairness, we have to deliver a product that we call the white sheet. It's kind of like a penny saver, or, you know, a free supplement that goes out that has people selling stuff, yard sales listed, etc. One of the stops we have to make is in Walmart's, and another in a local store. Well, it's not local, but in a store called Albertsons. So we decided to, since we got to go in these stores anyway, masked up the whole 9 yards, we might as well get our shopping done. So it was we knew exactly what we were getting. So I thought, well, why not get a pound of ground turkey? Because ground turkey as taco meat never tastes exactly right. It's always missing something. So I wondered if I cooked the ground turkey with this 73-75%, I can't remember which one it was, ground beef, maybe I don't have to strain off as much fat, because maybe some of it will be used by the turkey, she says, hopefully. So we're going to cook this down. Spatulators! If you've done KetoGinja, spatulate! If you don't have a meat chopper, who are you? Really, who are you? I got a little bit of homemade taco seasoning left. Again, apparently this video today is sponsored by KetoGinja. I will put a link to her Fat Kid Keto Cookbook in the description, because it's a great investment. Seriously. Support our own sisters supporting sisters. Keto sisters supporting keto sisters. There's a bunch of hashtags that'll go in here. Anyway, it's her taco seasoning that I'm using. I made a big batch of it a while ago. I've got a bit left. It's going in here. And then I've already got some pre-cooked hamburgers in the fridge. Got some bacon at what I love to call the in-law market down the road. That is called, my father-in-law buys things in bulk. My mother-in-law never goes through quick enough, so I shop once a month in their freezer to help her out. So I'm going to cook up some bacon. That'll go in there with the burgers, or we actually been buying, well, I say been, this is what's left of the first loaf, and then I got another one today. Solo bread, again, found it at Albertsons it's like $4 for a loaf. I really want to try the Chompies, but apparently the $7.50 a loaf is everywhere, because I've been looking. So, but this actually hits the bread spot for me. You know, I did a little, you know, growing up, we used to do fried bread in the pan, you know, or for like toad in a hole, egg in a hole. I did that the other day with one slice. I was in heaven. When I cooked up bacon yesterday, my hubs came home. We throw, you know, a couple pieces of this in the microwave for 15-20 seconds to warm it up. He had himself an egg sandwich. He was beside himself that this is something, if it fit into his macros for the day, he could have. So when I popped to the store today, because it was a soda deal, buy 4, the ones that aren't in the fridge. You got them for like $2.50 a case, but you had to buy $25 worth of stuff. So they had some Ackam bars. Oh, why don't I show it off? It seems like they're changing the packaging to bigger packages, because there's been various ones on clearance there. This was the latest one. So I grabbed a couple of those. Like I said, got another loaf of soda bread. Got the sodas. Got some Dear Deli people. We'll go back over here for a minute. When I decide to go to the deli and get some sandwich pepperoni, and I'm spending $6 for a pound, because I'm going to wrap it with cheese, and I tell you I want it extra thin. Extra thin. That's not it. Also, this is smaller than the usual sandwich pepperoni they have on hand. But you know what? I'll make it work. Whether it's warm them up or make pepperoni chips out of it, or just have pepperoni with cheese on a plate. I've only ever had one guy that actually got it like uber thin. That worked perfectly. I usually, hold on. Don't know why I keep saying hold on. Just don't want you to see my floor. Because I need to clean it. First off, if you ever go into somebody's house and their fridge looks like this in a drawer, they be keto. I will pick these up at the 99-cent store when I find them. They are very thin, but we figured out per pound. Sometimes the deli is better, but I don't think I can get it right. Also, yeah, got the blue cheese, got the carb balance, energy drinks. Like I said, if you see a fridge that resembles this, you may have keto friends. Look at the kitty. She's figured out how to jump up. One day I'm going to come home to a pile of ice on the floor, I swear. Anyway. So yeah, I'm going to cook this down, add some taco seasoning to it. Actually, I'll probably strain out what might be left, then add taco seasoning. And taco salads are on the agenda for this week, along with some other stuff. I wanted to get some avocados yesterday, but they were just rock freaking hard. So sometimes it's easier just to get those. Well, my husband likes calling the avocados raw guacamole, but you know, those cups you can get, which I still might today. Since we have to go out and drop off my baddie boy at the vet. I know he's safe. I always worry. I always think they're gonna never forgive me, but you know what? These two got it last, and they forgived me, even though they're all banshees. Harley Quinn and her, as I found out, Loki's a girl. Sister will be next, but they're still little. Huh. Anyway. So, yeah. That's what's going so far. I've actually been keeping, I need to find a jar. Hashtag witches got jars. I just gotta get the right one. Start keeping the bacon grease because, you know, come on. This might be okay. I mean, I'll have to sort of let it vorpal. Let's see what we get. Yeah, so, yeah, that sort of combined a bit of what I got yesterday. Got some mayo, got some ranch, because, you know, always. I don't know about any of the rest of you keto women's, but I've discovered lately that I've been getting irrationally cold. My darling's like, could your iron be low? And since we were transitioning back to keto, I hadn't been eating a whole lot of meat. Hashtag quarantine sucks. So, I have been trying to make myself eat more meat, but I picked up an iron supplement that also has some other stuff in it. Only a couple days in, already feeling a difference. At least with the not being so cold all the time. I mean, come on, it's the desert. I shouldn't be cold. But I'm going out wearing, you know, 2 layers of pants and a jacket and everything else, and I've been freezing at night. So, we'll see how it is, because it works good. They have a thing where if I do a review, you get a free bottle. So, we'll see. And admire the soda, various cat foods. Yeah, that's been my day. Yesterday was a long day. Today will be a little bit of a long day, but not really. Should be able to go get my baddie this afternoon. It's just, he knows something's up. I've already tried to pet him / pick him up once, and he's all not having it. So this will be fun later to get him into a cage. But anyway, and the rest of them are thinking that, as the old saying goes, that their throat's been slit because I didn't come home and feed them. Because, you know, if one has to go to the VET for neutering or spaying, then nobody eats until that one goes, because it's not fair. I'm not shutting one cat away in a room while the others eat. It's better that they just wait a couple hours past when they normally feed them. They'll survive. And I did feed them early enough last night. I usually only feed them once a day, like around now, which is like 4 or 5 in the morning. But I fed them like at 10 o'clock at night to get that out of the way, so he had food in his belly a little bit before the cutoff time. So, I always feel bad, but I know you gotta do it. You gotta spay and neuter your animals, folks. The stress on their bodies when they go into heat or get all, I don't know, what do you call it when boys, horny toad? It's hard. I mean, I love hearing him sing, but I know that he's just like, I need a girl. So, yeah, sorry, I'm going on. Spay and neuter your pets. Okay, back bit. So this went from having a whole lot of grease to an acceptable amount for me to dump that in. Yep, I paused the rinse cycle was a good one. So, yeah, I forgot I need to find the cover that goes over the cage that helps calm the cats once it's in there, and they need to be washed. Of course it did. Anyway, I like. So, got a little homemade taco seasoning in there. Already smells wonderful. And better on the carbs than buying the... I mean, no judgment on buying prepackaged. I do it all the damn time. But I made a batch of this a while ago, and it's lasted forever, and I need to switch to a bigger stirring utensil than the spatulator. Ooh, look at that steam. Get it all mixed in there. Whew. I am actually looking forward to taco salads this week. There was about 1.5 pounds, almost 2 pounds of the ground beef and 1 pound of turkey, and I just got the turkey at Walmart in the frozen section, so it was less than $2 for the pound. And there we go. I'll let that simmer for a bit, let the flavors meld. And there's taco meat, baby. Once I think it's melted enough, I'll switch over the burner and work on some bacon. I've cooked bacon in the air fryer. I love it. I do. But I like doing it in the pan because I can save the grease, you know, and who doesn't love... I use the bacon grease when I'm making my rice cauli dishes instead of using an oil, just to give it an extra flavor. When I'm making my cauli mac and cheese, you know, for lack of a better phrase, cauli and cheese. Yeah, so here we are. Meal prepping, getting back to it. You want a little testimonial to how well this keto can change everything. Like I said, quarantine life and all the crap that's been going on in the world. If you're watching this in the future, just Google 2020. You know, a lot of days were just bleep it days and eat whatever. You know, my comfort food is ramen noodles. I was eating them all the time. But it would be like I'd make a big batch and that would be all I eat for the day. So, ironically, my weight has not fluctuated a whole lot. Yeah, I have gained, but not... I'm back up to where I've pretty much been most of my life, which is something else. But anyway, which is only about 10 pounds up from, you know, what I've been doing. What I started to notice in the last 2 weeks was my ankles were swelling. And I'm all like, what? At first, I wasn't sure that's what I was feeling because, like, I've got skin issues, like psoriasis, eczema, insert every one of them there. Plus, probably the beginnings of psoriatic arthritis, because arthritis runs in my family. So, I wasn't completely sure what I was feeling, but I felt it. I'm like, well, maybe I'm sitting on a nerve cluster. You know, I know the tricks, put your legs up, do this, do that, rub them down with tea tree oil. I was doing all that. It still kept happening. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And, you know, my heart's fine. I don't have that kind of an issue. And then, again, with the whole iron and estrogen, and I'm like, you know what, though? I did the gallon-a-day challenge for a week. Didn't have this problem. Stopped the gallon-a-day challenge. Stopped drinking as much water. And this began to be a thing. And I'm like, okay. So, started eking my water back up, putting it in a Zip Fizz. Was still kind of getting it happening. And I'm like, what the ever loving? So, then we you know what? We went all like, you know what? Let's just get back into this. You know, we're both feeling like, boop. We feel better when we're doing the keto. And if you think that's what people say when they're on keto, I crap you not. You feel better. You all of a sudden realize you just got through a day on 4 hours of sleep and you're not dragging butt. You got through a day eating basically 2 meals. You're not dragging butt. You're not hungry. And I looked down and I had ankles again. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, so that was my body saying, hey, bitch, stay on the keto, would you please, and drink the water. So, hashtag drink the water is my new mantra for the month of June and the rest of the summer, because it's, you know, the face of the sun here in the Arizona desert. But, yeah, so if the quarantine's been getting at you and you've been eating off plan, you get no judgment from me, because I still got a bag of chicken nuggets in my fridge, you know, my freezer, that are probably going to stay there for a while, but they're my guilty pleasure. Oh, no, I have others as well as ramen, but I try to, if I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna eat a chicken nugget. More so than noodles. So I got a box of noodles in the garage I'm probably gonna give to the neighbors. Or keep them in a quarantine pack, because, anyway. And if you've been experiencing something similar, let me be here to say, you know, drink the water, get more iron back into your diet, get more back onto your keto diet, and you are going to feel better. I mean, I've been up on my feet, sitting. I also worried about that because I do sit for 3 to 4 hours a night with what we do. And while I can feel it, I am not nearly like I was. And I am so grateful for that. Keto is... My skin's still... That's my own fault. I bought maybe this will moisturize my face good, so I'll spend the money on this stuff, and it feels good the first day. The next day, my face goes into full shed mode. Now, to be fair, it's soft, but it's like I've got a sunburn. It's peeling, and I know that that's some of the things, but it ends up burning my face. I hate that. I bought the $20 CeraVe creams from Walmart, Albertsons. Oh my goodness, come on, girl. Sam's Club. Feels good, but you know what feels even better and works fantastic on me? Like, I used it today and I feel 100% better. Is just buying the Hawaiian Tropic After Sun Cooling. It's like a lime poolada scented. It's fantastic. It's so moisturizing. It's coconut oil and all that, coconut butter and all that stuff in it. It feels good. It doesn't irritate my skin. It smells wonderful. So I need to go back like I did last year, and every time I go to a store that has it, buy a bottle. Because, like I said, it's kind of seasonal. Once summer ends, they don't stock it as much. So, and it just feels so good. So, I don't know. I never stick these things through that are supposed to help the red on my face, because it starts peeling it, but maybe that's what it's supposed to do. I don't know. I'm rambling again. This is going to be a long video of me rambling. Anyway, taco meat. Hamburger, the 73, you get the cheapy hamburger that's got all the fat, and then a pound of turkey, and I didn't have to drain anything. There's still a bit of, I would lovingly call it now taco grease, but not nearly what you saw earlier. I'm going to let this cool, cook some bacon, and try not to rant so much in the next clip. Okay, keto folks, we're going to wrap this up, because this is the loud portion of our day, but the best portion, cooking up that bacon. Found me a jar from my already cooled bacon grease. Learned that lesson. I know some days, I swear. It's the blonde. So, there's our taco meat cooling. Looks so good. Fat bombs. Nice and firm. Gonna transfer them into a container. Probably keep them in the fridge because it's a nice cold treat, or in the freezer, and then maybe in the fridge, I don't know. Look at all the sausage and cheese and everything up there. Keto! Yeah, so... that's it for this meal prep / keto vlog, general ranting, salute, how I met your mother, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for sticking with me, folks, and till next time, bam, what's it be? Tiny addendum while you stare at bacon. I couldn't catch Batty. He hurt me a lot while I was trying to. I couldn't catch him. Little thing about Batty. A year ago, a year and a week ago, my darling had a rental car because there was something up with his. This is before he bought his electric Kia Soul. We had discovered kittens had crawled up into the engine. We thought we'd shoo them out. We drove to the newspaper. We could hear meowing there. So we managed to wrangle them out and get them home. We named, one of them was named Fanny because she was found near the fan belt, and Batty was found near the battery. It took a long time for them to relax in the house. A long time after that. Fanny is still fantastic. She's already been fixed. Batty has always been more skittish. Always. Always, always, always. And after what I had to do today to try to get him in the cage, I don't know how long it's going to be till he trusts me. So, I guess we'll see how that goes. Blessed be.